If you're on Apple, leave a 5-star rating. Let me know how you're enjoying the show. You can also email me at Becominga.podcast@gmail.com. So there's ways to get in touch. Show your love for this show. Share it with somebody. Share it with somebody who you think might need this message. Because if it resonates with you, it'll resonate with someone else. Or if it doesn't resonate with you, maybe you know somebody who might enjoy this and might help them. So share. If you love me, share. So I hope you enjoy this episode. I have a very special guest, and she is just now my new spiritual goddess. And we're going to talk about a lot of things: relationships, sexual healing. All right, guys, let's get into the show. It's always like, what am I saying? Okay, here we go. All right, what's up, everybody? Lovely people. This is your girl, Ricki, and I am here with a special guest. And you know what? I'm going to let her introduce herself because she has all this energy and love and power, and I love her. Okay, go.
No pressure.
None.
Jesus. All right.
Who are you?
I am LuluBee. LuluBee. Hey. Yes. And what else do you want to know?
I want to know about you, honey.
And
like,
go left or right, girl, real quick.
So we were introduced by my friend James,
right.
And he was like, "Yeah, Lord, this." I was like, "Okay, all right, sure."
Vice versa,
right? I was like,
he was
okay.
the same way about you.
And so I was like, "All right." So did we FaceTime each other first time?
We were supposed to.
I think we connected on Facebook,
right? We connected,
and then
on Facebook.
we did FaceTime, right. And then it was just like instant connection.
We did FaceTime on the computer, right?
That's what it was. Right. Yeah. Okay.
Yes. Right. Yeah.
And it was just like, oh, I like her. You know, just this is the energy. You just meet people.
And that was through a computer.
The computer.
That was that vibe. We had that.
Yes.
Like electricity, you know, that was pretty. I love that.
Yes.
You know.
And then we met each other in person. It was the same. And then energy. she's just wonderful.
Thank you, babe. As are you. My thing is, you know, as you know, my thing is about I want to surround myself around amazing women. Mm-hmm. That's the biggest thing. And working with you and seeing your work, and also seeing that you a mom just like me, was just like, yo, she is a boss. Like, I could be a boss. She a boss, I'm a boss. Like, this is what we do, you know. And just to be able to have that communication, you know, to be able to vibe on that level, you know, and to have an entrepreneurial spirit, you know, that creative spirit that's like, yo, we can do anything.
Right.
You know, as long as we're together and as long as we keep this divine energy going, like anything, sky's the limit.
Sky is the limit when you want it. You get on, just keep on pressing on. Hey.
Right.
See why we are friends. Okay. So since, you know, Valentine's Day is coming up, I want to ask you a serious question. Okay.
And my birthday.
It's your birthday.
February 12th. Yes, ma'am. Next Friday.
Well, happy birthday.
Thank you.
Okay. So, do you believe at love at first sight?
No.
Okay. Why?
I believe in crushes at first sight. I believe in infatuation at first sight. I believe in I could do you on first sight. Mm-hmm. You know, that's kind of like, yeah, he's kind of
right. Yeah,
I could do that.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. That's how I feel about it.
Right.
Because I was like, I don't think I can be in love with some person because I don't know that person.
Right.
Because, you know, when they did Married at First Sight or Love Behind, I don't know. There's so many dating shows out there. And it's just like, when people say, I loved her when I first met her, I was like, but you crushed on her, or she was really cute,
right? Like I'm infatuated with her.
Yeah,
that's cool. I would dig that. Like I'm infatuated with you at first sight,
right?
You know what I'm saying?
Because I don't think it's love yet.
No, absolutely not. Like For me, my definition of love is different from most.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I believe that before you love somebody, you got to learn how to respect them and honor them. That's my biggest thing. Because you could love me all day, cheat on me. You could love me all day and do some crazy shit and be like, Ma, but I love you. Do you really though? I don't know about that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I think for me, it's more of a respecting. You know, I'd rather have you say, yo, I respect you and honor you. And then later on say, yo, I love you.
Right.
You know? So, but you can say, you know, what Khalees has a song that says, I think I like you. I like you. Like, that's how I feel. Like, I like you. Like, there's potential here. I could fuck with you, you know?
Right. Yeah. Because, you know, sometimes, you know, you just be in that moment.
Right.
And it'll hit you and be like, wait. You look at the person. You're like, okay, these feel, you know, but it's not right off the bat. It's just like later on and you just sitting there doing nothing. You just look at the person and you're like, oh.
Right.
And something just happens.
Right. Well, I was like that with my man when I first met him.
Really?
Yeah. Like when I first met him and first time I saw him, I looked at him and I was like, oh, okay.
Hello. How you doing?
Like, I was like, you cute. I said, has anybody ever told you kind of resemble LL? And he was like, oh my God. Yeah. I was like, You know what I'm saying? But of course, nothing happened. You know what I'm saying? Because situations at the time. But when I saw him, it was different. You know? But I just didn't mess with it. Because I was busy infatuating over here.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Over there. And down the block too. And around the corner. Because I like everybody. So.
You know, it's hard to figure out if that's the right person for. That's always been my thing. It's just like, is this the right? No, I don't think. But people will show you signs, which I ignored. I ignored a lot of signs.
We all do, honey. We hear what we want to hear.
Right. That's and that person in the back of your mind, which is you, telling you not to, but you can't listen. You just want to learn on your own and just be disappointed.
Or you just want to feel what you want to feel right now. Right. Like, I'm not worried about 5 years down the road. Yeah, he lived with his mama. Yeah, he can't afford nothing. Yeah, he's walking, you know. He says things like, yo, I just don't want to do nothing else but worship you. And you're like, oh my God, that's great. Oh, he wants to worship me. But you're like, hold on. There's rent to pay. You got a job? Yeah. Cause I could love you all day, but we didn't listen to that piece. We didn't listen to the part of I ain't got no money. But we heard he wants to worship me and he wants to love me, and it's like,
and he got good D.
And the good D gets you in trouble, man.
Exactly.
Get you caught up.
I can't help it, it's a shame what he do to me. My friends ask me what it is, I say it's the D. And then you were like, and that's another thing, like, one thing, if I ever, like, you know, meet somebody else.
But you will. Not if.
When I meet that next person, I want us to be friends and talk, because I don't want sex to be the number one thing, because then I'll be like, oh yes, because of this, and no, that's not it. No, he don't even know what my favorite color is or what I like to eat. Right. You know. Right.
Or like I told you, the toilet paper thing.
Wait, what?
Remember I told you about the toilet paper story? Like, yo, he uses a different type of toilet paper than you. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's true. Like, I need to know what type of toilet paper you like. Right. Because if your toilet paper don't work for mine and it's sticking to me, we got a problem. Issues. We got issues. Yes. Yeah. You know? Because now every time I use the bathroom, I got to worry about washing up and being extra because you got the wrong toilet paper. Right. You know what I'm saying? It's things like that we need to pay attention to.
It's little things. Because then what is, like, if you have a pet peeve about something and that person has this pet peeve, do you let it slide?
Because they got good D?
Right. Because sometimes you let stuff go because of that. Yeah. And then it's just like, then you later come back to it and like, why am I with this person?
Because they had good D. And they gave you the good D in their mama's house.
That was good when you was like a teenager. You too grown for that.
Right. Like, we grown here. We pushing some serious numbers here. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, what you mean? This is your house, your mama living with you. Yeah, no, I'm good.
But do you let stuff slide if it's like, okay, this is what I didn't want, but he has all of these qualities. It's just this one thing
you gotta do your pros and your cons. And I just did that recently. That's funny you mentioned that. You have to, because things happen. But you got to have your pros and your cons list. They're not gonna be perfect. I know for sure I'm not perfect. Like, let me tell you, whatever man decides to put a ring on my finger is like a special man, because I am 100% myself at all times, and there's no filter. There's no filter. Now, like I said, I have a conservative side, and I know how to, you can take me places.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I could be very, like, I can make a big impression. But I'm also like that chick who will chop your fucking head off and call you all sorts of everything if you hurt my feelings.
Right. Step on my Timbs, I'm cleaning your
Girl,
throat.
you already know. My Timbs are crispy, girl. 5 years strong, man. My Timbs are still yellow. You know, right? No, but you have to have that. But, no one's going to be perfect, but you have to make sure that one thing that's missing is not one of those things that you have as your non-negotiables. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody needs to have a non-negotiable.
Right.
Like, there's certain things like, he's a little moody at times, or you know what I'm saying? Like, just silly stuff, whatever it is that he does. As long as it's not something that is messing with your integrity, you know what I'm saying? And changing you as a person in a negative way.
Okay.
You got to kind of give a little, get a little, but you just have to make sure that at least he meets a nice chunk of
your qualities,
what you need.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Your qualities.
Yeah. Because it's I don't know if you heard of the guy Kevin Samuels.
Girl, don't bring him up. Don't bring him up. Don't bring him up. Yo, don't bring him up, please.
You don't like him?
Yo, girl, no. No.
I just learned.
Put this part on. No.
I literally just learned about this dude like a couple of weeks ago. I knew nothing about him until...
Who told you about him?
One of my friends.
Was it James?
No, it wasn't.
Because James be worshiping that man.
Oh, really?
For his stuff, you know what I'm saying? For the stuff that he does. And I'm like, why you got these girls feeling crazy?
Well, the one he was like, you're a 6 at
I can't.
Yeah, like that's when I started hearing she was like, oh, you gotta watch this. And I'm like, what is this? And I was like, why you gotta rate yourself, and what is going on?
Yeah, he asked her, he was like, from a scale of 1 to 10, what do you call yourself? What do you consider yourself? And she's right. What did she say?
I think
she said, 6 or 5 or something like that, whatever it is she said.
No, I think she went 8 first. And he was like, are you Beyonce? Or I think he said, because Beyonce is like an 8 or a 9. I can't remember what he said.
I wish you guys could see my face right now. I swear.
And then I think she said a 6. And then he's just, I don't know.
This is my thing, man. Why are women going to a man asking him permission? Because that's what you're asking him for, a confirmation, right? Of
talk about the devil.
Talk about the devil. You're asking him for a confirmation as to what you can and cannot attract based off of where you are in your life right now. You know what I'm saying? And for me, I'm not gonna sit here and let a man. I'm be real. Let a man tell me what kind of woman I am.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Now, do I think that women need guidance? Do I believe that women need community? Absolutely.
Right.
Because I'm not even going to lie to you. Half of these women that are walking around nowadays, they're not even women. These are little girls walking around in big girl bodies. The same way with these men. You know, one thing that I did appreciate that I don't even know if it was him. I'm never going to quote him. Somebody said, not him, said, there's a difference between a man and a male. Right? A man understands his responsibility. A man understands his role. A man understands that there's, a sense of responsibility that comes with being a man. A male is, yo, ma, what's up? What you doing? Let me take care of you, ma. You want to go grab some dinner? Blah, 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 blah. And don't get me wrong. A male could be well-spoken as well. Right. And a male can carry himself well. Right. But at the same time, there's a difference. You know what I'm saying? And But men need to be taught how to be men. And women need to be taught how to be women. That doesn't come overnight. Just because, I got titties, I'm doing all this stuff now, it doesn't make you a woman. No. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And just because you're responsible and you pay your bills on time, it doesn't make you a woman. Just because you make 6 figures a year, it doesn't make you a fucking woman at all. You know what I'm saying? Because part of being a woman, the same way as part of being a man, is getting to know yourself and who you are in your own life. Who am I? You know what I'm saying? You got to pull those curtains back. You got to look at yourself and say, damn, this is what I need to, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Be better. Or this is what I need. Like for me, for instance, I'm not even going to lie to you. When I first started dating, again, after I left my son's father, I would laugh because I started looking at the type of men I was attracting, males, men, whatever we want to call them, right? And I started laughing and I would say, yo, apparently my man is not on this credit score level. my man, because my credit score right now is not, it wasn't shit then. Thank God it's better now, but it wasn't.
Same girl.
Right. It wasn't shit then, right? And my pay grade wasn't really much then. I was like, yo, my man financially, mentally, he is not on this level. And you know what I did? Girl, I bought books. I started reading. Like I just started reading just about different things, quantum physics, neuroplasticity. I even printed out my numerology chart. What is it in my name? Because they say that there's a lot in a name by how, based on your name, is how you live your life.
Wait, what?
Yeah, girl, you got to check your numbers, do your whole numerology and stuff like that.
You got to teach me, girl.
I got you.
Okay.
So I even went through that. You know what I'm saying? I went to church and I did the numerology and I did all these things because I needed to figure out, like me, what is it that I needed to do to attract that? So now, at this point in time, I'll be damned if someone like, oh boy, whatever his name is. I'm not even going to mention
the name we should not speak.
Name. You know what I'm saying? We're going to play like we're in Harry Potter right now.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
The one that we do not talk about.
Right. I'll be damned if he tells me that now where I'm at mentally, emotionally, physically, that I can't sit here and attract a man that's a millionaire. You know what? I'm not even trying to attract a man that's a millionaire. I'm trying to bring the millions to me so that I can do whatever I need to do. So I can choose. If I want to mess with a thug in the corner, guess what? I can. You know why? Because I got my own shit.
Right.
I don't need your status. I got my own.
Right. And I think a lot of women do not know who they are. Like, I'm 41 years old and
you're delicious.
and I'm just figuring out what do I really want,
right?
Or who I really am becoming. Hello, show. But that's the reason why I named it Becoming A, because I don't know.
Right.
When I was younger, I'm a people pleaser.
Okay.
You know, I always was like, okay, well, this is what my parents want me to do, or this is, now I have a new boyfriend. This is what he likes, so I like this.
That's another. But go ahead.
Okay. But that's how I was, and then when I started discovering who I was when I was younger, and just like all the things, I'm like, I like this, and also I like that. But I shunned it because other people didn't like it. So I was like, well, for them to be my friend, because I'm only child, and I'm just like, I want everybody to like me.
Right,
so I'm gonna like what they like, you know? Right. And now that I'm this age, I'm like, what the fuck do I like?
Right. Come on.
What? I'm serious. I'm like, this is my time, and this is what I call my year of self-love, because I'm learning to love myself. One.
Amen.
Because I haven't. I talk shit about myself all the time.
Girl.
All the time.
Me too.
And another thing, what do I really like? And when I thought about certain things, I'm like, I've never been in love.
Right. I get that.
I never been in.
I've that.
Infatuation, yes.
Oh my God, the queen, girl.
But in love with somebody, never.
Right.
Because I don't even know who that person, I don't even know who I was.
Right. Come on.
You know?
You're preaching.
But I just realized this year, and I'm just like, why am I this old now? Figuring out, well, but it took that long for me to figure out. Right. I don't even know who I am.
Why? Because you weren't raised by someone who knows who they are. The same way I wasn't raised by someone who knows who they are. Right? Women have to be taught how to be women, right? So what happened with a lot of women is that we go out there and we bash each other and we gossip and we do all this shit instead of uplifting each other, instead of humbling ourselves and say, you know what? You know what I'm saying? I'm not strong at this, but she is, right? And humbly asking, saying, yo, can you help me out with this because of this? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that person who's you're asking for help is also humble because they're like, you know what? Damn, thank you. And they're grateful because they're like, you see me. You see my strengths. You see me. So now, because you see me, I want to help you. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And you have something that I want, so you can help me, and we can feed into each other.
Yep.
But all these years, even with TV, the comparisons, the bullshit, the anger, the money, living up to the Joneses, and all this shit, it's like, it's bullshit at the end of the day.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So at this point in time, like you said, you got to start doing the homework. Mm-hmm. You got to do your own homework. And you also have to be kind to yourself during this process. Mm-hmm. That's the biggest thing. Mm-hmm. People don't understand that. Like, how are you kind to yourself? Or people just say, oh, girl, brush it off, whatever. You're going through a phase. Says the girl who's probably going to go through a midlife crisis next year. But you don't know it yet.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I think for us, we just have to do the homework and have to get ourselves around those people that are going to feed into us. Women specifically.
That part.
You know what I'm saying? You know, I'm a fan of that.
No, because I think what really slowed me down, of course, COVID.
Right.
And it's the craziest thing. And I said this before. I was like, I don't know how weird this is to say, but the lockdown really helped me figure out me.
Right.
That's when I figured out this is, because I never stopped to think about it anyway, because I'm just on the go. I'm on the go.
Right.
I'm on the go. I can't think.
Programmed too, right?
Huh?
You're programmed too, right?
Like if you're not doing anything, you're lazy.
Right.
Yeah, you know, like that was the hardest thing for me, to sit down and do nothing during the lockdown. And I'm just like, this doesn't feel right. I'm being lazy. And then also being black, you always assume, people always think you lazy. You know,
it's that stereotype. That bullshit.
It's bull.
Right.
And it pisses me off. But anyway, so, and I'm that person, like, I don't want to be my stereotype. I got to do something. I got to look like I'm doing something.
I hear you.
But when that's the first 2 weeks of COVID, the lockdown, I was in tears.
Right.
Because this is the first time I actually got to actually be in my feelings. Mm-hmm. And that's one thing. Girl, let me stop because I might cry.
No, but it's good. It's good.
I was, because I never mourned his dad.
Right.
Like I should have. I never mourned other people that passed away that I should have. I just like, okay, I cried about it one time. They're gone. All right, I got to keep moving. I got to keep pushing.
Right.
And I pushed it back, deep back. And it came out, and I could not stop. And I'm like, what is going on to me? I was like anxiety attack. Like I couldn't breathe.
Right.
And I'm just like, and I could not stop crying.
Right. You were purging.
Yeah.
You were purging. You have to go through that, what Mama Gina calls swamping, right? You have to allow yourself to feel. You have to allow yourself you have to give yourself permission. Mm-hmm. Right?
I didn't.
Because what happens, especially with us, right? Me being Latina and you being a black woman, right? We don't have the luxury.
We don't.
To mourn. We don't have the luxury to sit there and think about things and come up with these creative ideas or sit in bed all day. We don't have that luxury, right? So it's like, okay, I'm going to sit here, I'm going to weep a little bit, I'm going to dry my eyes, and I'm heading out the door and I'm going to work, or I'm doing this hustle, that side hustle, whatever it is. You know, so we don't, it's like feeling in our cultures, it's like, how dare you? You feel bad? Okay, girl, please. Suck it up. You're a strong woman. Yeah, I'm a strong woman, but you know what? I'm sad today. You know what I'm saying? I feel hurt today. And you have to do that. And I did the same thing. Like, you have to grieve your past relationships. Because that's what was happening. I never did either. I was like, oh, we broke up. Okay. But then I think about it. I'm like, yo, he hurt me. I hurt myself. I lost myself in that relationship.
That part.
Who am I now? Because I could never go back to being the person I was. That's the thing that people think. Well, I'm going to go back to being the way I was. You will never go back to being the way you was because you've learned so many lessons along the way. Girl, if you don't sit there and learn those lessons, you're going to end up in the same cycle again. So you better give yourself that time to learn.
And that's why you end up with the same dude, because you be like, why I can't? Because my friend sent me this thing about this girl who's like, you always talk about you meeting the same guy, but you ain't going. I was like, well, one, what's your mindset?
Come on, preach.
What's your mindset?
Right.
Your mind might be like, well, there could have been another guy that actually came that was good for you, that was not this thug or this whatever you wanted. You wanted a high class man. Right. Well, he could have been there. but you was like, oh, he too goofy, or he too like straight laced, and I don't like that.
Right.
But that would have been your person.
But that would have been her person, but maybe she would have not been the person for him.
Oh, well,
you know what I'm saying?
Because
it's a two-way street, right?
Right.
So at the same time, she's looking at him from, you know, how can I say, the glasses of a victim. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what you want. Like, hurt people attract hurt people. You know what I'm saying? So when someone shows up who got their shit together, or who got senses, and who's gonna love you and respect you, we don't want that, because we don't know what that is.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And this is why I tell
we're used to this abusive person that comes in,
because it's normal.
Right. This is what I'm used to. I'm used to this person just being, okay, I'm going to give you this money and I'm going to send you on your way. That makes you happy. Right. But I ain't going to spend time with you.
Nope. No. I'm not even going to call you. I'm not going to bring you soup when you're sick. Right. I'm not even going to, I probably won't even show up at the hospital if something was to happen to you.
I'm going to text you what you doing. Okay. I'm going to cash app you and you good. You're like, oh, he treat me so good. No,
he doesn't.
Right.
He doesn't. Like,
but you see that out in the media too.
Right.
That
society.
Yeah. And it's just like, this is wrong. Right. This is not how a man's supposed to treat you. Right. At all.
It's not.
And it's just, and you continue the cycle. And then also you got to think of how daddy issues, you know.
Hell yeah, they're real.
That's the real thing. Real. And you got to go into that, and it's just like, why am I used to this? Right. Because he wasn't there.
That, but also mommy issues too.
Well, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, mommy's there, but mommy's hurt. Mommy's not feeding into me. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of times, you know, it's like, yo, as long as they're treating you good, as long as they buy you stuff, you know, when you go out, I remember, I had my grandmother told me, or my aunt, one of the two, on my father's side, they said, as long as, whenever you go out to eat with the man, order the most expensive thing on the plate. I heard and that's how you would know your worth. I'm sorry, sweetheart, but for me, and it's funny, right? Because I'm totally independent. Like, if I can't tell you to F off, there's a problem with me. I want to be able to have the freedom to tell you to F off at any time. If I don't like the way you treated me, if I don't like what you buying me, if I don't like how I'm feeling, I can look at you and tell you to F off and be good with it. Right. And not skip a beat. Why? Because I've prepared myself mentally, emotionally, financially to do that. You know what I'm saying? But what happens is, the flip side of that, because there's a flip side of that. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to find somebody to call yours. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people, they say they want a strong woman. Right. But they can't keep them. They can't feed them mentally. They can't feed them emotionally. You know what I'm saying? So they're better off going with the woman that says, well, at least he cash at me. He does this, he does that, because that's easy. Right. You know what I'm saying? I want time. We're women of substance. Yeah. I want time. I want you to talk to me. You better have good conversation.
That part. You know? Oh, girl, I was dating somebody. Well, we were talking. Right. And one thing I do not like is texting. Okay. All the time. I can't get to know you through a text.
No, you can't.
You can't get to know my personality through a text.
And things get misunderstood all the time.
All the time. So I'll be like, oh, you're off work. Okay, I'll text you. And then I'm like, well, I'd rather just talk on the phone, because we keep texting back, and I'm like, let's just talk. And I'll call and he won't answer.
Right. You see, and I can't.
And I'm just like, and then he'll text me right back. Bitch, answer your goddamn
what you doing? Who you with? Now you're making me feel insecure. I'm sorry. We ain't doing that.
Like, I literally just called you. And now you texting me right back, and I'm just like, no, I want to talk on the phone. Right. And it was just a reoccurring thing. I'm like, I'm just over it.
Right. I don't blame you. Because you're worth it. You're worth that.
Yeah, but I want to, if I'm literally like, I want to talk to you, I want to speak to you, I want to get to know you. Right. Right. I want to spend time with you. I want to, hey, we don't have to go to, like, sit down to dinner. We can go zip line or something. Right. We can just go to the beach and sit on the beach and just talk. Well, like, it don't have to be like, oh, we got to do, no. We can go just watch a movie and then just like, oh, have you seen let's just talk about it. Right. You know,
let's read a book together. Right. Like, honestly, like, I don't know, that sounds a little crazy, but that's not for everybody. But me, my how can I say, my nerdy side, you know what I'm saying? I started a book club with my man. Like, yo, I'm reading this book about money. I'm reading this book about investments. You interested?
Me too.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Right. Like, let's talk about this. What are we doing? You know, I told you, I just got my business, you know, my EIN and stuff.
Right.
What does it take? What do I need to do to have a business? He's business savvy. Let's have those conversations. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just important. I need to be able to have a life partner. That's what I want. I want a life partner. If he turns out to be my husband, fabulous. But I'm not looking here just to have a companion. No, I don't want a companion. I need a life partner who's going to grow with me, who's going to feed into me. You know what I'm saying? Who's going to check me.
Right.
Respectfully.
You check each other.
Respectfully. Watch your tone.
Yeah. Like, hold up, who you talking to?
Right. Watch your tone.
But y'all want to grow together. You want to build each other up.
Right.
Yeah. Make each other better.
That's what it's about. And understand that there's roles in relationships. I'm an independent woman. 100%. But I also understand that I need and I want my man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not even going to sit here and be like, oh, I don't need no man. No, I need my man. Why? Because my man makes me feel secure in a sense of the love and the passion and that piece. I need that from. I need that. We were told that we were not to live in this life alone.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I don't want to be by myself, but I want to be with someone who's worth being with.
Worthy.
You know what I'm saying?
That word.
Somebody worthy. Somebody with substance.
Yes.
Someone that I can really shoot the shit with. Like, you my dude.
Right.
You know, like that's just what it's about.
Yeah. And that's the part I, again, learned about myself. Communication.
Right.
Like, I never communicated.
I'm learning that.
Yeah. Because I never communicated my feelings.
Right.
Never.
Because you were taught not to.
Like,
we were taught not to.
Right. You just like, okay, well, I'm going to show you. But I showed it.
Right.
But I never communicated how I was feeling. If something pissed me off about him and just like, you always fussing, but then you don't want to be that woman. Okay, she always in my ear about something, so you don't say anything.
Right.
You know, and I just like, that's not the way to be.
No. It is not.
You know?
Right.
But I did it, you know, for so long. And then I was just like, I missed out on so many things because I wasn't being myself, one.
Right.
And then I wasn't communicating how I was feeling.
Right.
For them to understand why I flipped out like this, you know. And then some men just assume, because you know, some men just assume, oh, you gonna act all crazy if I do this. I'm like, have you met me?
Right.
I'm like, I don't think you know me.
I'm sorry, you're giving yourself too much fucking credit right now, homie.
Right.
Like, you need to go have a seat.
I had somebody like say that I thought you was gonna do this, and I'm like, but I'm not that type of person. I don't like confrontation.
Right.
I've had too many people in relationships that I know that I've seen confrontation, and I don't want to fight. That's just, it triggers me. Right. So I don't want that.
Right.
If I get upset, it's because you did something either to my child that you was like, oh, I promise I'm gonna do. That's when I really get upset.
Hell yeah, girl.
Like, you upset my child, that's a problem.
Right.
But if you sit up here and like, oh, I'm gonna come at this time, you don't show up, that hurts my feelings.
That hurts my feelings so bad.
You know, like, you could at least text, call, something. Like, it takes a second.
Right.
It takes a second, but that makes me know that you don't even think about me like that.
Right.
You know, it's little stuff like that I think about, and I'm like, why was I even fooling with this person in the first place?
Girl,
you know?
I'm with you. I'm with you.
Like, I've just been like, I've been going through it, just like, that was wrong.
Right. But once again,
I put up with it, though.
It goes to self-worth too.
I didn't, yeah.
We don't.
I just wanted, because like, well, everybody else got a man, and you know how family is. Yeah, the family is just like, whatever. So when you gonna get a boyfriend? And then I get even from his dad's family, and they're like, so when Taylor's gonna get a new daddy? And I'm just like, Jesus Christ, calm down. Like, I'm still working on myself.
Right.
But also, even if I do meet somebody and we connect, I still want to work on myself also. Absolutely. But I still wouldn't mind being with someone that can help me get there. That's the whole thing, you know,
right? Because you guys are feeding into each other.
Right. You know, I help you, you help me.
That's it. That's it. That's what it is. And
I just don't want you just to want you, just because I need to have a man.
Right. No, hell no. Listen, because we don't need that portion. We don't need to have one to give us status. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't need you for status. I don't need you for, you know what I'm saying, to tell me about, like, you know, make me feel good about myself. I don't need you to make me happy. I don't need you in that sense. but I do need you as a man because that's what I desire to be with. I desire to be with a man who I can rock with, who's my partner, my friend, my lover. You know what I'm saying? Someone who listens well, someone who's not afraid to take direction. You know what I'm saying? Babe, a little bit to the left. Babe, a little bit to the right. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And that's also another thing that people don't talk about is sex.
Girl, I talk
in a
about
relationship.
Sex all day.
You know, because that's one thing, like, I'm like, okay, well, this is our first time together. I'm gonna be so nervous. Oh my God. Cause I do. Cause you just like, you know, like, he ain't seen me naked.
Right.
I don't know what he think about me. Oh my God. Right. And I'm already self-conscious. So it's just like, and you know, it's just, men don't care half the time, you know. But
some of them do.
Some of them do. Some of them do.
I'm sorry. I'll be looking at men like you would think I was a man. The way I'll be checking out my man, I'll be like, "Ooh, babe, you got." Damn, babe. And he's like, oh my God, you're making me blush. And I'm like, I'm sorry. Like,
right.
I'm attracted to you like that. You know what I'm saying?
And I never, like, now I just like, I want to have that conversation. Like, what do you like? Let me find out what you like before we even go there.
Right.
You know, I only had one person ask me what, out of the 40 years, one person asked me, what do you actually like? What turns you on? And then we had a whole conversation and I was like, this is new.
Right.
And I like this.
Right.
Because then now I know what, you know.
Sense of intimacy too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I'm getting to know you, all of you. And now we can understand each other and it's not awkward.
What to expect.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny. Like, it's funny. Like, I've had moments where it's like, look, it's the first time. I'm nervous. You're nervous.
Right.
So if you slip up in 2 minutes, cool. I'm not going to sit here and judge you because, oh, he whack. Like, nah, like I know what I got. Thank you.
Thanks.
Thanks.
I
know.
I live for the applause.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, but to have that dynamic with somebody, it's priceless. And I think that's the thing that we all need to aim for.
Yes.
You know,
talk about sex, talk about what you like. Cause that's the only way you're going to know about that person. If you really care about this person, you're like, okay, I think I know him enough where I think we can take this next step. All right, let's talk about this. Let's get to know each other. Let's everywhere, everything.
Like, let me I wish I would have did that with, no, I really don't wish because I'm happy we're not together. But, you know, I remember being with my ex and I had asked him like, yo, let's try new things. We were together for like 6 years. Let's try new things. Let's do this. Let's do that. Especially because I started like, you know, reading certain books and really feeding into my feminine energy and stuff. And I remember we were driving and he sat there and looked at me and he said, I'm sorry, but what you see is what you get.
Oh.
Well, I guess our relationship is over.
That's it.
Because I'm like, I don't really get much to begin with, you know, with your ass. So I'm going to go this way.
Right.
You know, it's rough, but it's important to get those things out the way. Because though sex ain't everything, but it is everything.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I need to be able to vibe with you that way. You need to be able to know about my upper right and my upper left quadrants. You know what I'm saying? You need to know that, you know, it's not just about you. Oh, it's easy. I had another one tell me, oh, yeah, it's easy. I just got to just stick it in and we good. No, honey. It's passion.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's that little nibble here. It's that little pull there. It's that little spank here. It's even intellectually, that conversation.
Girl, I was just, hello?
You gotta stimulate my mind. Get to know yourself. But which is what we were talking about before everything
got cut off.
Right, got cut off. It's just giving yourself permission, for one, to go there with them. Right. But you also have to go there with yourself. You have to feel comfortable going there with yourself. Right. You know, because they're not going to know what to do to you without you knowing what you want. Right. To be done to you. And I didn't. Neither did I. Yeah, and I don't know. I mean, who does, right? At first, I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, yeah, I'm this great expert. I'm not. And porn is not the way to go. You know what? Porn is not the way to go. But everybody loves porn. I mean, I love porn. I love looking at porn. But just because you see her do that, it doesn't mean that you can do that in real life. You can do that, or even if you like it, like you may not like it like that. Right. You know what I'm saying? Because your reaction may be totally different. Yeah. It's all about an illusion, a fantasy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm sorry, but our woman, our feminine energy is real, and she's sensitive. And do you know that she has 8,000 nerve endings where men only have 4,000 nerve endings? That's another thing. We have 8,000 nerve endings, right? So a lot of women are going to these men and saying, oh, he needs to please me. Oh, he's not doing this. Oh, I've never had an O before, because you're expecting someone who has 4,000 nerve endings to learn how to drive something that has 8,000 nerve endings.
Right.
That's like going from a V4 to like a V8 on a car. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
It's a difference. Like, it's different oil. It's a different engine. It's a different machine. So I think with us women, we need to learn how to explore. And we need to learn how to like what we see.
Yeah.
Because if we don't like what we see, we're not going to be comfortable showing it off. We're not going to be comfortable in that space. Because confidence is the most sexy thing a woman could ever like put out there. Confidence is wow. It don't matter. Confidence doesn't even have a shape, doesn't have a size, doesn't have a color. Like, it shows up, and when it shows up, it's like, I want to be like her. You know?
Yeah.
And I want to show up like that for myself.
Yeah.
You know?
I want to show up like that too.
What the heck? Surprise! I'm here.
Right. Yeah.
You
So
know?
that's why I'm like, I want to get to know myself all around.
Right.
All around. And that's how I can help myself be a better me.
Right.
And also love myself.
Right. And then start to attract those things.
Right.
Right? Because the law of attraction is real as well, right? So if you're putting that energy out there,
right,
you're going to attract what you put out. Now, granted, you always, like I said, you always have those people who are overconfident and they're like, she's strong. Oh, she's sexy. She's this. Yeah, I'm going to conquer her. And it's just like, you know what? I am not a country for you to conquer. I am not, you're not Christopher Columbus. You're not an explorer.
And he ain't find the right place anyway.
Absolutely not. Hello.
Lies.
Right.
Yeah.
But we need to teach them, and I hate to say this, we need to teach them how to treat us, but in order for us to teach them, we need to know ourselves. We're the roadmap.
Yeah.
We're the ones who say, you know what? Yeah, I like this. No, I don't like this.
Right.
And once you start doing that, your body starts to react in such a beautiful way. Like, it opens up to you so freaking beautifully. It's ridiculous.
Well, you got me excited, girl. I'm
excited for you. And you're making me want to go back to my stuff and like re-practice my, what I've learned. Because sensual eating is the bomb.
Sensual eating.
Feeding those taste buds. Oh my God.
Because I don't think we take time to even eat. We just like, everything's in a rush.
Sweetie, I swallow the whole thing. The whole plate, fork, everything. Like, I don't even stop to pay attention to what's in front of me.
You don't even know what you just ate.
I don't even know. Right. I don't even know what I just ate, what I just drank. No idea.
Yeah. Because you're like, we just gotta go.
All day.
And don't take time.
So if you're not taking time for yourself, how do you expect somebody to take time for you?
Ooh, hallelujah.
Thank you, Jesus. Yeah. It's important.
It is.
It's not easy. It's weird. Sometimes it may feel weird.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you deserve that. We deserve.
Yeah.
That's the biggest thing. So I give myself permission to be happy. I give myself permission to live a turned on life. I give myself permission to be turned on at work. Not to say that I'm orgasming at work for those who don't understand the concept, but being turned on, meaning that what I do is satisfying to me. You know what I'm saying? What I do, what I'm doing, it's pleasing. What I'm eating, it's pleasing. Living a completely turned on life from what you're smelling, what you're tasting, what you're seeing. When you see yourself, do you turn yourself on? You know what I'm saying? But what can we do to get there? What does that look like? Do you walk around the house in lingerie? Do you sleep naked at night?
Girl, I just found some lingerie and I was like, what am I going to do with this?
Put it on.
I put it right back in the bag because I'm like...
You're going to take it out the bag. You're going to spray it with like some real pretty perfume and you're going to take yourself a goddess shower. get some honey on your skin, get some coconut milk on your skin. You know, you're going to wash your beautiful, delicate, juicy area, because that's what she is, a beautiful, delicate, juicy area. And you're going to worship her, and you're going to honor her, and you're going to say that she's beautiful, and you're going to say thank you. Right? That's another thing. We got to show gratitude to our body. So as you're taking a shower, say thank you. Thank you, hands. Thank you, feet. Thank you, knees. Thank you, boobs. Thank you, neck. Right? Because we wouldn't be anything without these pieces of our body, right? And if one piece is missing, the whole body's off balance. Right? Yeah. So we got to show gratitude to that. Once you start showing gratitude, then you could just start opening it up to just different things. Now, okay, now that I'm thankful for what I have, what else can I do? What else can my body give me? What else can my body show me? You know what I'm saying? You just start looking at yourself differently, start seeing things differently. Your creativity starts to just grow and open up to you, and life, the whole world opens up to you. I'm sorry, I don't know if you're going to keep this in here or not, but I see the world as a big vagina. I do. The world is a big vagina to me. It's a beautiful woman with her legs. When I wasn't pleasing myself, she was sitting there with her legs crossed, just bitter, and she wasn't shaving, and she was ashy, and she was rough, and it was just like, ugh. But once I started pleasing myself and like really worshiping myself in a sense of gratitude and appreciation, the hair of the legs came off. You know what I'm saying? The callus of the feet came off. The pedicure started happening, the lotions and the smells. And now my legs are open and I can see the light, the creator, the creative energy. I can see, the vagina as a light, as a portal, to the endless opportunities, to come. We're creators. We give birth to humans. And right now it's time for you to give birth to yourself. Shut that skin off.
Girl.
Shed it off. No longer do I do this. I am a queen. I am divine. I am powerful. I am smart. I am beautiful. Whether you feel it or not, in the beginning, you're not going to feel it. In the beginning, you're going to be like, oh my God. Like for me, I have a little pouch right now, a little pooch right now. And I'm like, But I'm like, nope, you're beautiful. Nope, you're great. Why? Because once you start to appreciate things, the world starts to give you more. The same thing with your bank account. Right?
Yeah.
Once you show gratitude to your bank account, you can say, you know what? Even if I have $2 in there, I'm grateful for those $2 in there. I'm grateful for this. Why? Because once you show gratitude, you get more.
Right.
And you get more, and you get more, and you get more. So it's all a part of self-care. Getting to know you.
Right. You gave me more things to think about too.
I'm so excited.
Thank you.
You just reminded me of everything. I'm like, this is awesome. I want to do it again.
Yes, do it again. You have a new relationship, so might as well explore yourself again. Now you got somebody to explore with you.
I know.
So that's a beautiful thing.
But I had to get to know myself first.
But
you know what I'm saying? So now that he's here, it's not when he says he doesn't like something, it's not like, oh, he doesn't like it, I'm not going to do it. Oh, he doesn't. No. You don't like it? Okay, that's on you. I like this. This is what turns me on.
Right.
Okay, babe. All right, cool. Your opinion, it matters, but it doesn't matter.
Right.
Because I'm going to do it anyway.
It makes me happy. And that's what I'm trying to do.
Right.
Thank you. Thank you.
Right.
I love it. Thank you so much for being here.
So much.
You're amazing.
You are amazing.
No.
Jess, girl, Jess.
You are great. Thank you so much for being on my show.
Thank you for having me.
I'm still waiting on your podcast.
Girl, I'm working on it. This is you. This is your power. This is you pulling me in and saying, Lou, get it done. So now
this is the first step.
This is the first step.
First step.
Oh my God. And I may just have you as my first guest.
Yes.
Oh my God.
I will be there with bells on. I'm like, hey, how you doing? What you doing? Let go.
Thank you so much. This was so much fun.
Well, everybody, this was a great day. I learned so much today. It's been a lot of spiritual things going on this past couple of the past couple of months, and it's eye-opening that I'm learning so much more about myself that I didn't know, which is crazy that it took this long to get there.
Right.
But you have to go through things, and this is my journey. You have your journey, and you know, I'm glad we intersected.
Oh my God.
That
Yes,
way,
me too.
I learned so much from you. So thank you.
Thank you.
So thanks everybody for listening. It's been wonderful. And be you, be happy, love yourself.
Amen.
Know about yourself.
Learn about yourself.
And pleasure yourself.
Wasn't.
And that is it. And I will talk to you guys next time. Bye.